to ShareTreck. Today is the 27th of April 2022. Unfortunately, I've had a little bit of a mishap at home. Last night, it seems, while we were sleeping, a pipe somewhere near our dishwasher has developed a leak, and it kind of accumulated on the ceiling of the basement bedroom, and then it started dripping onto the bed, and now we have some water on the carpet down there. So I'm on a frantic move to get a plumber and get this all sorted out very quickly before we have some flooding out here. Therefore, this session of mine is going to be very, very brief, maybe 7 or 8 minutes. I'm going to skip through stuff, not the regular daily update, but a much more condensed version. And to begin with, I would like to look at our earnings chart. Last evening, we had excellent results from Microsoft. And in the morning, PepsiCo had reported really good results, and so did UPS. But we had some disappointment from 3M and Alphabet. Alphabet did not meet up to street expectations, and they got punished very badly. Also, we had the market punishing Tesla for the Twitter purchase by Elon Musk. Tesla fell around 12.5% yesterday. That's a very huge fall, and that also had its own ripple effect on all other tech stocks. Going forward, I think we are looking forward to, again, Texas Instruments also suffered a lot in yesterday's results. Now, looking forward, we are looking at results from Boeing. Meta and PayPal are two of our focus, basically because of their position in Nasdaq. And PayPal is more so for me because I've been dollar cost averaging. I'm very bullish on PayPal. So I would like to see signs of life when they report their earnings. That could be good. Again, another chip, Qualcomm, is coming up. I'm also looking at Hertz and O'Reilly Auto Parts because that could give us an idea of how the supply chain is reacting with regard to the automobile sector. And of course, Teladoc is reporting. Teladoc is something we have in our watch list, so I would like to see what is happening out there. Visa had some good results, so everything is a mixed bag so far. Going forward, let us see if we get any direction either on Wednesday with Meta and PayPal, or on Thursday with Amazon, Intel reporting, and also there is Merck, which is coming up with some reports. Then, of course, we have the MasterCard report coming up, earning report. Twitter, of course, doesn't make much sense now. It's gone private, but Southwest will give us more confirmation of travel taking place. Caterpillar, if it comes up with good results, could be a counterbalance for 3M going wrong and GE not doing that well. So let us see what we get to hear from there. Yeah, I think now I would like to go to the Nasdaq charts and explain to you why I think there is more downside expected, because we are at a very critical level at this point of time. Rather, we have been there from the beginning of the week, and some decisions should probably come today. So let me take you there. So now we are looking here at our gold chart, but I want to go to Nasdaq. So IXIC is what we have always used in the past. So right now the market is closed. It's 8:32 a.m. So I can still use IXIC and not lose anything of relevance. So here we are. As you can see in the IXIC chart, this is a long-term chart, and each of these candles is a 2-hour candle. Let me go to the 1-day candle. And so with the 1-day candle, we can clearly see that we got rejected at this level out here, which is 14,577.56. We have double tops out there, in fact, quadruple tops. And every time we got rejected and we came down, and every time we have come down, we have always bounced off from 12,560.87, which is this red line out here. But this time we have gone below that. And today, when we get the earning results from the companies that we spoke about, we'll probably have an option to either bounce back up again, only to face all these resistances out here, or to drop down further and test the support at 12,106. If we went below that support, then our next support is at 11,515, and after that at 10,907. So our MACD is absolutely bearish right now, and momentum is also way down. So it's a very critical point today. Let us see what happens. And in my mind, I'm thinking that if we just play this out forward, Russia-Ukraine most likely to get sorted out in the next month or so, because how much more can they keep on pounding each other, and how much longer can Ukraine continue to hold, and how much longer can Russia continue to expose its military weakness of being unable to take over a country like Ukraine. So its superpower illusion also remains tested. So something has got to give in a month. That is my personal opinion. If that happens, then oil is going to get eased. And when we look at the trajectory of the Fed price hikes, I think when the Fed hikes the rates in May, we are going to also have a lower inflation indication with Shanghai lockdown and potential Beijing lockdown. Oil is also being a bit benign. So overall, these things should keep us moving sideways until we come to a situation where the Ukraine crisis is resolved, oil price starts dropping, and Fed has already done a 50 basis point increase in May, and in June it seems like the inflation is coming down. Then we can have a more moderate Fed, and probably in the third quarter of this year, we'll start seeing some slight movement upwards, and more so in the fourth quarter. So that's how I think this is going to play out. If you look at S&P 500, again, you have the familiar structure. You have this triple bottom out here. And if we fall below this, we have always bounced back from here. But if we follow below this, there's going to be a lot of pain. But if we bounced off today with maybe Caterpillar results or something, and if Meta also shows a better outlook and better earnings, then probably we can go and test the resistance at 429.95. Just going to quickly mark these as resistance. We haven't seen the S&P chart for a while now, so I'll mark these as resistance. And of course, there is going to be a support out here, and which I'm going to mark as a support. And we need to bounce up from this support. Today's result may well push us down. I think that the balance is towards being pushed down, because there is wholesale panic in the market. Tesla has been punished 12.5%. Maybe it will bounce back a little bit today. Microsoft, I think, has got to bounce back today. So those are positives. And if we get good results from PayPal, then PayPal is likely to have a very strong bounce back. All of those things will influence our overall market sentiment. But if we have some bad news also coming in today, then there is a likelihood that it will just be a catalyst for the downward movement. MACD and momentum are absolutely bad. RSI is indicating a very bad scenario out here. So if we go to the 30 level, then there's again the reason to bounce back, because we have scraped the bottom. Have we reached capitulation? I don't know. We still have more pain in store for us, in my opinion, before we bounce back anywhere up. If we look at US 2-year, we are seeing that there's a little bit of pickup again on the yield. When the US 2-year comes down, that's a positive for our Nasdaq, because the more it comes down, the more it indicates the money will come back into Nasdaq. And if I look at US 10 years, do I have that here? So I got the US 10 year out here, and if I take the US 10 year, it's creeping up again. So that's not good for technology stocks that we have. That's not good for Nasdaq. So that's where we are in terms of the VIX. We are at an elevated level now. Again, if I look at overall VIX, let me go to a long-term time frame all and zoom in on our level out here. So in the near past, I may venture to say that this has been a kind of peak for us. And if we went up out here today and touched 40.03, then in the past we have seen that has been a level beyond which we have not gone. We have always fallen back below that. So that's the ultimate resistance I can think of for VIX. The spike that we see here happened during the pandemic, which was a very unique one-off event that we had not faced in a long time. It was a terrible pandemic, and then we had lockdown and everything. So we saw this huge spike. Other than that, the current spike that we are at out here at 32.53 has been a peak. Beyond that, the next possible peak is this level out here, which is at 40.03. We shouldn't be able to go beyond this. Most likely we'll get pushed down from here. So those are the two checkpoints I have. Again, the next end of this quarter will show us whether we are going to touch that level or not. But if we did reach there, the next destination is back down. So overall, my thesis still stands that in the third quarter, we'll start seeing some signs of life and start turning towards the positive. When we look at our biotech shares, let's have a quick look at our genomics and just sort this out. So Allogene and Pfizer were at the top when we ended yesterday, and everything else was in the red. So the one like Beam, which has had a lot of beating, is most likely to show a little bit of a dead cat bounce. The ones that lost big time yesterday may show a little bit of life today before subsiding again, unless we have some positive catalyst or great earning report in the market. So with that, I would like to end this session. I'm sorry I'm not able to do my regular stuff. And it's way early in the morning, 8:40. So I'm predicting a bear market today, with the potential of some bullish action because Tesla fell heavily. It could bounce back a little bit. Microsoft had a good result but was negative, so there could be a bit of bounce back. People might feel that they oversold Google, so there could be a little bit of a bounce back out there. And if we get some great results from PayPal this evening, that can be some scope for optimism. If Teladoc shows some positive results, then that could be a sign of optimism, but that's all for tomorrow. But for today, I think overall the bias is bearish. Before I go, let me just a quick look at the futures. The futures are looking positive. Maybe tomorrow we might have some positives, or maybe today would be flat and slightly red. I can't make up my mind. It's just 8:41 a.m. right now. So I'll leave you with that. Thanks and have a great day. And please press a like if you feel that you can like this video. It's not much out here. And if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Usually we have a proper video. Today is a one-off. And thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.